once again, hi my VIPs. You guys are more than welcome to our YouTube channel, Queen Rami Talks. Guys, thank you so much for all the love we are receiving on our channel. It's so amazing to watch. Yes, it's getting warmer. We are so prepared for spring. Winter has finally deciding to pack its bags, and I'm very excited, guys. There are new episodes that I want to bring up on the channel, but hey, we don't talk, we implement. Next thing, we don't know what will be happening. Anyway, make sure you are fully subscribed. Make sure you hit on that notification bell. Guys, as you are fully aware, I am on TikTok. And yeah, so I came across a certain video of our fellow YouTuber, and I was quite intrigued because indeed that video did trend. And yeah, I want us to converse a little bit about that video. And the video is about Zizi Moloko. Apparently somebody took that video that she recorded on her TikTok and took it to Twitter, and that video blew up. Men came for her, other women came for her, and I'm actually shocked. So in case you are not on TikTok, like some people never knew about TikTok. Anyway, so if that is your case, you are not on TikTok, you are not even interested, because guys, to each their own. There are some people who are not fully active on Instagram, and that is okay, So I will just put that video here for some time, and then I will come back with the rest of my commentary. Yes, guys, I'm a sit-down channel. I comment on videos, I do reviews, I bring up my story times, I do Queen Rami Tells It All, which is coming with some juicy topics. So make sure that you are fully subscribed. Make sure you hit on that notification bell. So here is the clip of Zizi Moloko.
How I met my husband while I get ready for the day. So I met my husband on my very first day of varsity in Feb 2012. He was an orientation leader in his 4th year and I was a fresher. We didn't really hit it off then, even though I could catch him checking me out while he gave us a tour of the library. We met again 2 weeks later at a dinner hosted by our bursar, and we realized that we were on the same scholarship. And this is how our 5-year friendship started. He did try to pursue me on and off during those years. He'd take me out on dates, buy me flowers, chocolate, and airtime, but I was never really interested. We both dated other people, but we remained friends. In 2016, I was in an awful relationship with an unemployed man of God who literally treated me like garbage, saw other girls behind my back, and constantly compared me to other women to make me feel inadequate. So I'd ran to my friend, my now husband, and he'd outright tell me to dump my boyfriend because he didn't deserve me and I could do better. What he really meant was that he was that better. I eventually dumped my dusty, and soon after, my friend started pursuing me. He'd call me daily, buy me flowers, gifts, order me dinner. This was all long distance because he was in Joburg and I was still in Cape Town. After a few months of telling me I'm a sweet nothing, he flew down to Cape Town so he could romance me in person and officially asked me to be his girlfriend and to stop seeing all the other guys I was seeing. Because one thing about me, I believe in multi-dating until a man tells me with his chest that we go together. Anyways, I said yes, and it was the best decision of my life.
So Zizi was literally explaining the fact that she took long to get married to her now husband. They were literally friends for almost 5 years. And with that being said, Zizi did not see her husband as somebody that she can settle down with. She was in relationships, and those relationships were not good for her. And I think in one of the videos that triggered a lot of men was the fact that she mentioned that she was dating an unemployed man of God. She mentioned that, and I'm sure people were coming for her based on that. And I think for me, it's a choice. I mean, if somebody wants to be with somebody who's unemployed, that's their own thing, So as Zizi mentioned the fact that it was at the time when she would cry to the husband, the now husband who used to be her friend, she would cry to the guy that she's not happy where she is, the guys were mistreating her, those type of things, And there's a word that is Zizi mentioned And I think that is one word that triggered a lot of people, which is multiple dating. She literally spoke about the fact that she had multiple dates with different men. And now, out of the blue, as we know how Twitter is, people are calling Zizi names, shocking names. Like, I can't even mention those words on my channel, and I'm literally shocked. So now, coming to my commentary, I feel like with all my heart that the backlash that Zizi went through, all the name calling, all the belittling that she went through, it was not well deserved. I mean, we are living in a generation where everybody has a power of choice, a power to decide what they want to do with their lives, where they want to go, who they want to be with. So her mentioning that she used to be with an unemployed man of God, I mean, what's wrong with that? Was she supposed to say just a man of God? No, the guy was unemployed and it affected her. Because usually when somebody's unemployed, it means as a woman, you must be the one that does everything for that person, So let's talk about multiple dating, like multi-dating in our generation. I mean, I have a story time where I spoke about the fact that before I could meet my husband, there was somebody that I was in a relationship with. And when I saw how they were, how unserious they were about our relationship, I decided to take a leap of faith. And in this generation, I'm sure there are those who looked at that story time and they were like, this lady. No, there's no such thing as this lady. We are living in a generation where men are allowed to act the way they want. But as a woman, once you begin to take a stand for yourself, it is rendered as utanda madoda. You love men, you are loose, you are this and you are that. And there is something that Zizi mentioned, that as long as you are not married to someone, you are allowed to go on multiple dating. So there are those who took this thing and turned it around as multiple dating, meaning you are sleeping with all the men out there, or you are sleeping around with all the guys that you are going out with. And for me personally, I don't think that is the case. I don't think that is the case. Not everyone will be sleeping around with all the men. I mean, Zizi, of course. And there is a certain comment that shocked me on Twitter when a certain lady commented and said she has always known that Zizi Moloko is not an innocent lady as she acts. Like, what is that? In this generation, we still have women who want to label other women based on either their past or their journey. Guys, as long as, do not throw stones as long as you are living in a glass house. We all have a past. We all have things. And as long as you are on social media, especially as a content creator, I mean, when I look at Zizi's channel, I realize that she chooses to vlog about her life, but we don't really know the deep side about her life unless she tells it to us. And that is okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as you are not married, you are allowed to enjoy your life. And different dates, it's not you saying that, and I think also it's just in the black community where when you go out on a date with a man, it means you are dating. Like, if we are that mindset, where is that mindset coming from? Because it cannot literally be the case, So I feel like the backlash that the lady experienced was unwarranted. Like, it was not warranted at all. I mean, I look at her now, she's living a happy life. The fact that now she said herself that she didn't want her husband, the now husband, as a husband. She saw him as a friend. There is nothing wrong with that. And there's also this thing in the Christian community where we are taught, you will love him along the way as long as he can provide. Those things do not work. They do not work. Love is blind, but marriage will definitely open your eyes. And when it does open your eyes, you will realize that sometimes people just marry for the wrong reasons, you know. So we are literally referring to this multi-dating word that got a lot of people talking. So as long as you're a single woman, and I think that will help you also not to be heartbroken in this generation where men are allowed to change partners the way they want to, but as a woman, once you begin to change partners, you are called all type of names, you know. And changing partners can be in a sense of, if you can see that a relationship is not working out, you move right along. Anyway, so that is literally my view on this trending video of Zizi Moloko, that women are allowed, you know. This is Women's Month, and I believe with all my heart that you can talk about this thing without feeling any type of way, you know. You can talk about this type of things without worrying about what the next person is saying to you. And I'm fully aware that on my channel I do have younger girls who are watching us, and I'm like, you are allowed to live your life as long as you protect yourself from all these things that can ruin your future. Apart from that, please live your life. Please allow yourself to change your mind. You are literally allowed to change your mind. You know, I was listening to Mpumili Dwaba 2 days ago where she was having a conversation with her husband, and she mentioned the fact that you are allowed to change your mind. As an individual, as a person, you are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to come out of situations that are not benefiting you. Yes, as a society, they might look at you in different ways. They might call you names. But at the end of the day, you are allowed to come out of any situation that is not growing you, that is draining you, that is making you be out of character because you now have to force yourself to be somebody that you are not. You're allowed to change your mind. Anyway, I hope you have learned something from this video. As women, we will always be put in a corner. We will always be made to feel like we are not right people just because we change our minds, we make decisions that will benefit our lives. I mean, how many women are now in relationships that they don't want to be in, let alone marriages, just because they are afraid to come out, they're afraid to be called names, they're afraid to be labeled. Anyway, we will converse once again as I give my commentary, my reviews, story times. Queen Rami tells it all. They are all coming. Your queen is back. Until I see you again. Mwah.